Hey, you. Yeah, you. When's the last time you've grappled someone in D&D? You'd never have? This is because you are stupid. Your brain's small, weak, undeveloped. Me brain strong. Me brain eat polyhedral dice and play Magic the Gathering. Ooh, guess who just got Exodia?
I really hate playing games with you.
So this video has the purpose of getting you to grapple for the first time in your life, I guess. And to break grappling, we need to know how it works. Also, as an added challenge, I'm going to do my best to make this legal for Adventurers League play so that nobody can argue with me. Thankfully, grappling is a whole lot simpler in 5th edition than it has been in the past. When you want to grab a creature or wrestle with it, you can use the attack action to make a special melee attack. If you're able to make multiple attacks, a grapple will replace one of them. Your target can't be more than one size larger than you, and they must be within reach. You must have at least one open hand, which implicates you can grapple more than one opponent, but we're not getting into it today. Your actual grapple roll is an athletics check versus your victim's athletics or acrobatics, whichever is higher. What does grappling do? It reduces a creature's speed to 0, and you can forcefully move a grappled opponent but only at half your speed. Releasing someone from a grapple is free. This alone is very good. You can force a squishy caster into melee combat with you, but we're not here to discuss the benign benefits of forcing a fragile nerd to hug you while you punch his kidneys. We're going to grapple someone, jump 1,000,000 feet in the air, and put them so deep in the earth we can call them Captain Planet. Here's how vertical jumping works. If you move more than 10 feet as a run-up, you can jump 3 plus your strength modifier feet high. If you jump from a standing position, you jump half that much high. You can raise your arms above your head during a jump to reach an extra 1.5 times your height high. Each foot of jumping movement counts as a foot of actual movement. So each foot of jumping movement while grappling counts as 2 feet of actual movement. Here's how falling works. 1d6 bludgeoning damage per 10 feet of vertical freefall. Maximum damage is 20d6. That's it, dingus. We're going to have to find a way to get around this ourselves while subjecting our opponents to it. Okay, so first thing we need to determine is our class and race. The two things that are most important for this build is speed and strength. Surprisingly, we don't need acrobatics or dex all that much, as the amount you can jump in 5e is static and based on strength. The rules specifically state that we can ask the DM for permission to jump higher with an athletics check, but to be frank, if you're doing this shit, it's best not to ask your DM for leniency. He hates you already. I'm going to set the level of this build at 10 because that's what I perceive to be a reasonable level to accomplish everything I have set out here, and is an actual level you can reach and play. Obviously, at a lower level this will be less effective, at a higher level this will be more effective. Here's the level breakdown. 4 levels of monk to get their front-loaded speed bonuses, athletic skill training, slow fall, and athlete feat. 5 levels of barbarian to get their free double attack, their resistance to bludgeoning damage, +3 to vertical jump, +10 to speed bonus, and advantage on all strength checks. We'll also take the mobile feat. I'll splash a single level of wizard for the ability to cast first level mobility spells, long strider, and jump. The only stat we care about for damage is strength, but we do want the rest of the requirements to multi-class. Next, our race. We have a couple options. Anything that is tall and offers strength would be fine, but I settled on a centaur because they get an extra 10 feet of movement over the other tall and strong races. Centaurs also offer us a +1 to wisdom, helping boost us over the threshold to multi-class away from monk. Centaurs also get the ability to lift and carry 4x what other races do, meaning that we can grapple up to 540 pounds without issue. Your height as your character is important. You need a character that is as tall as possible so that when you lift something over your head, its distance from the ground is increased by an extra 10 feet. Most dungeon masters let you manually choose the height of your PC, but in case you have to roll for height, you have a 1/5 chance to clear that all-important 6'9" mark. Alright, obviously we can't accomplish this just by being a centaur. We will need spells and we will need items. Things that are non-negotiable are a pair of boots of springing and striding for 3x jump. You will need a way to get haste on yourself, as you can't maintain concentration during rage. I recommend procuring haste scrolls and having your party spellcaster cast them on you. Alternatively, if you have a friend that can cast haste who is willing to lose a spell slot and their concentration for this, have them do it. They are a true friend. Never let them go, they deserve better than you if you're doing this. The most convenient way of doing this would be a potion of speed, but they're pretty rare. Okay, so now that we know how we're getting everything we need to know how it all works together to deal insane amounts of damage. We have an 18 in strength from our race, the athlete feat, and our array. Our modifier is 4. We add 3 to vertical jumps by default. We add 3 for raging as barbarian with the tiger totem. We double that using the step of the wind key ability. We triple that using our jump spell. We tripled that using our boots. Our jump is 180 vertical feet. We can drop someone from 190 feet if we lift them over our head. head. Remember that multipliers in 5e stack by multiplication, not like addition, like in previous editions. Our speed needs to be above 370 to jump 180 feet high while grappling. And here's how we get to that. Our speed is 40 as a centaur. We add 10 for long strider, we add 10 for monk, we add 10 for barbarian, 10 for the mobile feat, and we double that using step of the wind and dashing during our bonus action. We quadruple that by dashing during our haste action. All of this together makes our speed per turn 640 feet. We are absolutely fine. You can even make changes to the build if you want to and be perfectly okay. Bugbears can grab people from 2 squares away with natural reach. I would recommend that. And here's how the perfect turn plays out. You cast Long Strider and jump on yourself prior to the fight. You don't lose concentration because they don't require concentration. You drink the Potion of Speed, which is also exempt from concentration. You fly into your Barbarian Rage. You get 2 attempts to grapple someone with advantage because you're raging, or 4 rolls total to grapple. You lift the enemy over your head, and use your Step of the Wind key ability. You move 5 feet, which costs 10 feet, and you jump 180 feet in the air. You drop your enemy as a free action for 19d6 damage, or an average of 66.5 damage per round and a max of 114. When you fall, you take approximately 13 damage thanks to Barbarian Bludgeoning Resistance and Monk Slow Fall. This is twice as much damage as any other class deals at this level, and it's twice as accurate. If you don't believe me, you're welcome to peruse the chart in the description below with data collected from the world's most premier virgins. Thank you, virgins. Give me your kidneys. If you have any other ideas, let me know below, or subscribe, or whatever.